Hi! Today we're going to be taking a look at some really neat iPhone accessories ESR sent over for the iPhone 17 Pro. And we'll be doing a drop test for some of these as well to see if they... And we'll be doing a drop test for some of these as well to see if they actually protect your phone. So far, so good. Even if you don't have the latest iPhone, chances are there's a version of these accessories for your own device, so it's worth checking them out, and be sure to stick around until the end for my favorite one. Alrighty, let's get started. So first off, I'm sure you've heard of ScratchGate and all the other durability issues the iPhone 17 Pro series has. So I'll be talking about some accessories for protection, and I'll also be doing the drop test. So first off, we have the ESR UltraFit Armorite Pro Screen Protector, which I currently have on my 17 Pro Max. On my 16 Pro, I had the UltraFit Armorite protectors for a bit. Not sure what makes these new ones pro, but they are pretty cool. They're made with accessory glass by Corning, which is the same supplier that makes the glass for the iPhone. So you know it's pretty strong. What makes these protectors stand out is the application. If you're the techie one in the family, I'm sure you've had to apply plenty of screen protectors for your family over the years. I know the feeling of trying to line up screen protectors all too well. Thankfully, it's 2025 and things have evolved. And the UltraFit Armorite Pro genuinely impresses me with just how easy it is to install. It's a pretty quick and easy two-step application that's designed to reduce dust and bubbles, and it only takes a few seconds to set up. Then I can just put my phone in, pull the tab, and then there we go. Once you get the screen protector on, you get a bunch of neat benefits as well. There's an anti-reflective coating so you can see your phone clearly, and you're getting really good edge-to-edge protection. ESR claims that these have 10 times the impact absorption of generic protectors, with enhanced scratch protection for up to 2 times better scratch resistance to reduce visible scratches by up to 25%. Cool. There is one thing I want to note here. These screen protectors do have a black border around them. Some people like that, some people don't. Normally, I would prefer not having the black border, but I don't really mind the borders in this iteration of the screen protector, especially since in my case, the phone is so big, so it doesn't really make the bezels look that much bigger. So the black borders are just down to personal preference, honestly, but if ESR would make a version that was completely clear, then honestly, that would be the perfect screen protector for me. As for the back of the phone, there's the ESR Classic Hybrid Magnetic Case. Got the frosted black one on my 17 Pro Max right now, actually. I'm a pretty big fan of these cases for mostly 2 reasons: the coverage and the practicality. For coverage, it's got full coverage for the camera plateau, which is nice if you're worried about scratching the big aluminum thing. It's also got this zinc alloy camera guard thing for double protection, and it covers all of the buttons, including the camera control button. There's also 2 holes on the side of the case, so you can loop in a lanyard if you like doing that. As for practicality, there's one feature that's really awesome, and that's the zinc camera guard. Psych! It's a stand. This stand specifically is called ESR Stash Stand, and it lets you prop up the phone in landscape and portrait mode, which is really neat. It's also got a bunch of adjustable angles too. I haven't really had a stand on my phone before, but now that I've used a stash stand, my phone feels like it's missing something whenever I have it out of the case or if I'm using another case, so having a stand is definitely useful for like watching videos and just generally using your phone. The cases also come in a bunch of fun colors. I have a few right here, but there's even more if you go online. Most of them have frosted clear backs, which is nice since it doesn't smudge as easily in my experience, although some of them do have some nice clear backs, which I like using to show off the true color of the phone, and I think it looks a lot nicer than Apple's solution of just having a white rectangle on the case, which looks fine on the silver, but is just off with the other colors. But yeah, me personally, I typically rock the iPhone 17 Pro Max with just the regular clear case, although right now I have the frosted black one. But paired with the silver color, both cases look super clean. The case also has some nice quality of life features, like strong magnets for MagSafe charging and accessories. ESR says it's got 1,500 grams of magnetic force. It's nice and slim, so it's comfortable in everyday use, and there's also some neat protective features like a raised lip and also air guard corners for corner drops. Combined with the full coverage and the camera guard, this case is pretty decked out in protection, and ESR says it's got 11-foot drop protection, so it should be pretty protective. But is it? Let's find out. Alright, it's drop test time. I'm going to put my own personal iPhone 17 Pro Max to the test. It's in the ESR Classic Hybrid Magnetic Case right now with the UltraFit Armorite Pro screen protector on the front. Hopefully my phone leaves this test unscathed, because otherwise, well, I'm kind of cooked. But yeah, I'm going to do a series of drop tests. Let's see if ESR is all there cracked up to be. We'll do waist height first, face down. Screen looks good. Take it out of the case just to see how it's doing. Looks great. See if that camera guard works. Do a corner drop test as well. looks great. Everything still works. Pull up the camera. Yeah. All right, we'll do chest height. This is realistically the highest you'll drop your phone from. Actually, no, we'll just go straight to eye level height, low key. We're still chilling. Check the back just to be safe. Phone does not look bent or warped in any way, so that's a good sign. That was face down. We're going to do face, well, no. Yeah, that was screen down. Camera bump now. Okay, that did not end up being a camera. That was more of a side drop, but we'll try to do camera. Camera down. See the back. Screen is fine, obviously. Back also still looks great. Now we'll do a corner drop. We're still super Gucci. So yeah, it does pass the drop test. That is really awesome. So that was the drop test. Now, if you need even more protection for some reason, like if you work in construction or a more rugged environment or something, or if you just like abusing your phone, then check out the ESR, oh wait, wrong one. Then check out the ESR Tough Armor Magnetic Case. Boom. No, we're stopping. Now, in terms of features, it's pretty much just like the classic hybrid magnetic case, except it doesn't have a lanyard loop hole. It's got MagSafe with 1500 grams of magnetic force, the full coverage camera plateau protection, and the zinc alloy camera guard that doubles as a stash stand with nice and easy adjustment. It's got a built-in camera control cover, air guard corners, raised edges for both the screen and the camera, and coverage for all the buttons. It also has a charging port cover, so if you're worried about dust building up in your charging port, this will help prevent that. Now you might be thinking, it looks kind of thick. It is definitely on the bulky side, but that chunkiness actually does do something because it provides a lot of extra toughness. Cowabunga! That was a good stair drop. Let's check and make sure the phone itself is still a-okay. And it is still pristine. No bends, no dings, no dents. I am actually genuinely impressed. Even the case is like unscathed. That is incredible. ESR says this thing has 23-foot drop protection. Me personally, I think I'll take their word for that. I'm not going to test that out. But yeah, this case can take a beating. It's got a 3-layer design with what seems to be a plastic shell, a rubber layer, and a padded inside. The edges are also nice and grippy to hold. So that's the ESR Tough Armor Magnetic Case. Like the classic hybrid, these cases come in a bunch of neat colors. I've got the black and green ones here. A great case if you want to make your phone almost So last, but definitely not least, the ESR 3-in-1 Qi 2.2 25-watt ESR 3-in-1 Qi 2.2 25-watt MagSafe Cryo Boost charging station. First try. Bruh. That name is quite a handful, but it's also got a handful of features and one really cool feature. And that's why it's my favorite accessory of this video, and it's the one I use daily. Before this one came out, I was using an older version. It's on my desk right now, actually. Let me grab it. There's the old one, there's the new one. This new one, it's a lot smaller. Like, it's about the same footprint as my iPhone 17 Pro Max, which is crazy. It's got faster charging, and it also has a button for a special feature I'll talk about later. But yeah, as mentioned before, this is a 3-in-1 charger, and it's just made charging my Apple Watch, iPhone, and AirPods way more convenient because it consolidates them into one place. The stand itself is pretty well built, it doesn't feel flimsy or anything, and it's got a nice black finish, although there's also a white option if that's more your style. It's got rubber feet for stability, and I don't think I've ever been able to accidentally knock it over before. The stand is powered by USB-C, and ESR was generous enough to include a 50-watt power brick in the box, when most companies will just give you a 0-watt power brick. Get it? Because they don't give you a power brick? Never mind. But let's talk about the actual chargers. The AirPods charger has a nice silicone pad at the bottom to wirelessly charge the AirPods, and the pad makes sure it stays put and doesn't slip around. The Apple Watch charger is really interesting. It's got all your standard bells and whistles like an MFW certification, so you know it's a reliable Apple approved charger. And it can charge an Apple Watch Series 10 to 50% in just 30 minutes. But the really cool thing about this is how you can detach the charger to take on the go. Then you can plug it into your iPad or even your phone to charge your Apple Watch. It's really nice and compact, and it even has a magnetic port cover, and it's a lot more convenient to carry than the official Apple cable. But onto the real star of the show, which is the 25-watt MagSafe wireless charger for the iPhone. The MagSafe mount lets you place your phone in portrait or landscape mode, and standby mode looks great. This thing uses an updated Qi 2.2 protocol, and ESR claims it can charge the iPhone 17 Pro Max to 51% in just 30 minutes of charging. In personal use, I've been able to get very similar results, and I found myself just using the MagSafe charger pretty much full time since it's more convenient than wired charging, and it's not slow at all either, unlike traditional wireless chargers, thanks to that 25-watt charging. There is one other feature that makes this stand apart from traditional wireless chargers, and that's the cool feature of Cryo Boost, which is literally a cool feature because it cools your phone down. It's basically a fan placed below the MagSafe charger that shoots cool air at the phone, getting rid of some of the heat that comes with wireless charging, and honestly, it works. My phone barely gets warm while using this wireless charger, and I can actually feel a slight breeze coming from the charger when I'm using it. But it's a fan. What about fan noise? And that brings me back to the button that I mentioned before. The fan noise during the daytime is barely noticeable. During the day, there's a bunch of other stuff making noise that ends up drowning it out anyways. ESR says it produces around 25 decibels of sound or lower. At night, when everything's dead quiet though, sometimes I can hear the fan, so thankfully, there's this button at the bottom of the stand to turn off the fan if you need to. So yeah, overall this charging stand is super neat and convenient for charging all three of my devices at once super easily without having to deal with cables and stuff. I keep mine on my bedside table where space is at a premium, so the compact design of the charging stand is really helpful. And thanks to that cool Cryo Boost fan, I can charge my iPhone wirelessly while knowing I'm not killing the battery health with heat. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for this video. As you can tell, ESR makes some pretty solid stuff. So if you want to check them out, I've left links in the description and the comment section below, or you can just go on Amazon and search for them. Thanks y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then maybe leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more iPhone content and other related content. Thanks again to ESR for sponsoring this video and sending all this stuff over. Be awesome and stay techie. Bye. Psych, 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 boom, boom, bam. Hopefully it leaves this test. Hopefully my phone leaves this test. So yeah, it does pass the drop test. That is really awesome. I trust this case a lot more now. I'm curious though, if I put it in the tough armor case. Bye.